I noticed a button on my mixer just now that says stop all clips. I wonder what that means. What does, I wonder what the stop all clips button does. I imagine nothing, because I'd have to program it into voice meter. And that's something I haven't done. So I won't push it. It's not going to do anything. It's not going to do anything. What's good, everybody, boys and girls, children of all ages? It's time once again for another episode of Tech Talk Thursdays for Thursday, March 2nd, 2022. Of course, I am your host, one of your hosts, your favorite streamer's favorite IT guy. They just don't know it yet. Marcus Major Linux Summers. Of course, I'm joined this week by Kev. It's your boy Kev in the building.
Now in 1080p.
Hey, what were you using before?
720p.
Well, what camera? What model was it?
C9.
The C920?
Yes.
I thought they got up to 1080. Hey.
Yeah.
And also, if you were playing FPS games where you were capturing the flag or capturing a point, do not C9. It's the worst thing you can do. Mini and Overwatch game has been lost by Team C9.
Yep.
It sounds like a weird gang sex move, though. Like, you're just going to C9? Like, And of course, from the fire, either the fiery pits of hell or a dumpster that is currently on fire,
Or the YouTube comments.
Sinziek is in the building.
Hello, everyone. I'm coming to you live straight from LinkedIn.
What happened? Wait. What happened on LinkedIn? I do now recall that things were happening. People were doing things. People were leaving and coming. Like, I've not seen anything. So please share the tea, spill it, do whatever it is we do with tea to where we become.
Oh no, like no, I'm just
situation.
saying when we're talking about like places that are absolute dumpster fires when it comes to comments and things like that, LinkedIn is that place. Y'all think the tea is on YouTube. It isn't. It's in these LinkedIn comments where people are just like, I have millions of dollars so I can have bad opinions that people won't clap me up on.
Yeah, I've been debating whether or not I wanted to go on LinkedIn and say some shit. Really been debating it. But I sat quietly. I said, do I really want to? I don't, but I do. But I could just.
You absolutely don't.
Yeah, I could just, I would say sip my diet, sun-kissed, and mind my business, but I'm out. I should put some more in here. No, it's just diet, sun-kissed flavored water. What's going on, Merch? How you doing? How you living? How are you feeling? Welcome to the stream. All right. So, without any further ado, I'm going to say that the list, it is small. That is just the comment on the amount of items that are literally on a list. How long the show will be based off of this list, that may vary. But so far, we got the person who was definitely on Twitter discussing, yes, that's right, hardcore work culture at Twitter 2.0 is amazing. No longer a part of Twitter 2.0. various people getting hacked, and we blank to see it. For one of them, I love to see it. But do I even believe them when they said that it happened? And of course, some gaming news about a game that I am very fond of. But boy, you know what? I still say that I got done dirtier than them, but you know, we'll let the panel decide. Wow. It's like that, Ruin. It's like that. Let's get into it with some tech news this week. Of course, starting off with Twitter. Twitter's reportedly laid off product manager Esther Crawford, who led the relaunch of Twitter Blue. You know, hey, let's pay to beat the almighty algorithm by creating a separate almighty algorithm. But guess what? We're beating those plebes who were too cheap to buy Twitter Blue.
I mean, do we want to keep it a buck? Because if we're keeping it a buck, wasn't there a third algorithm for this algorithm? Because the algorithm wasn't algorithming enough.
Oh,
and
you
Elon
mean? Oh, you
like,
mean?
Why don't people like me? It's just like, bitch, because we blocked you.
Oh, you mean the algorithm for the algorithm to put Musky Musk in the algorithm so he can algorithm more than the algorithm?
He's just like, surely everybody would want to be witness to my genius. Hi, my name is Seto Kaiba and I own cards. And everyone went, but we blocked you.
Mm-hmm. But unlike...
It was me, Dio, with the block button the entire time.
But unlike Seto Kaiba actually gave us technology that we wanted to use. Boom!
I mean,
boom!
Did he though?
Solid vision.
Did he also
dual discs?
Did he also just not create the Shadow Realm?
No,
he didn't.
No.
Oh, he did create the Shadow Realm. He was throwing people in that motherfucker all willy-nilly and shit.
No, he
that
was
was
whooping asses.
That was Maximilian Pegasus that you're
right.
If you're gonna jump in with the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff,
I'm mixing up.
You need to come correct.
Look, we just mixing up a whole bunch of fucking millionaires doing dumb shit in the world.
It's
you
like
know something that's fair.
Thank you.
That's
fair. It's like Seto Kaiba is what Musk wishes he could be. He actually created technology that worked.
That people were willing to pay him for.
Right.
And they did. Handsomely.
That literally was like, they were trying to kidnap him for his company, and Seto, like a boss, ran out. He created dual discs. So that way...
That you could play card games on motorcycles.
On motorcycles, yeah. That was 5Ds, but we don't talk about 5Ds.
Wait, what? I'm sorry, I ain't heard nothing.
Exactly.
Well.
Mm-hmm. It's either OG, GX, or nothing at all.
But yes, Esther Crawford, the one who led the relaunch to Twitter Blue, but also more infamous for this tweet right here.
Also, I don't know what Esther Crawford looks like, but assuming
she looks like this person sleeping in a conference room.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at this person who I haven't seen them, right?
Yep.
I'm assuming that this is a femme person that uses she, her pronouns.
Yep.
How egregious for you to do that literally 3 days before Women's History Month. P.S. Welcome to the first Thursday in Women's History Month.
Mm-hmm.
Also, not for nothing, hey, everybody watching at home, there is a trend in the tech industry when companies are in trouble to put women in elevated positions like CEOs, VPs, or others like CE and V levels of companies, only to fire them once anything settles or straightens out.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Basically like, oh, you righted the ship, you fight.
Please see also things that happened with good old boy Bobby Kotick and the people that had to step in, and then what happened with them, which we have also reported on this show.
Yep, we certainly have.
I mean, while that is a thing that did happen, and it is unfortunate because it was a woman that it happened to. I mean, was she?
But let me just tell you, looking at this tweet, when I tell you, she took the Kool-Aid and said, "Put it straight into my veins."
And that's my whole point. And that's my whole point with this. It's like, yeah, it's Women's History Month, but this happened before Women's History Month, but
like, it's one of those. I don't know enough about her to have like a strong opinion, so I'm not gonna say too much about her her specifically, but I will say things like this are what kills me, because this is the stuff that you do. You buy into this thing of like, we're a family here, we're a unit, we're trying to do something great, whatever it is that these people are trying to sell you. You move places, you get into the building that they then have to foreclose on, and as soon as they can find a way or a reason to dispose of you, they just do.
Excuse me.
For people who believe nonsense like this, the whole first sentence of the worst take you could have from watching me go all in on Twitter 2.0 is that my optimism or hard work was a mistake. My lady, the person that you are selling, like that you like sold into, like bought into the vision of, left you for dead in the street in the middle of this economy.
That part.
Girl, no.
I'm sorry, I missed this one. Hold on. Let me. Cause
those who jeer and mock are necessarily on the sidelines and not in the arena. Ma'am, did you not see the bodies that were laid before you in the hallway on the way out the door? I mean, hello?
I mean,
you didn't see them fire people like unceremoniously by the thousands and somehow thought that you, like, somehow you think that you're immune to people being like, and there's another one. The thousands before you didn't count? Hello?
You ain't see the pallet of boxes of empty boxes for people to take out on the way in, to take out full on the way out.
I'm deeply proud. I'm just breaking this down sentence by sentence at this point. I'm deeply proud of the team for building through chaos.
I wasn't done with the previous sentence.
Hold on, I'm gonna let you have the whole paragraph in a second. I'm deeply proud of the team for building through so much noise and chaos. Go to therapy. Y'all, like, your job places aren't supposed to be overly like stressful, noisy, or chaotic. They're not supposed to be like that.
Nope.
They are not. It is unhealthy for you to do that. I know for a fact she listens to Joe Rogan podcast. I know she does.
Well,
yep. That part.
Oh, so, I hate this. I hate this for her. I want better for her, but she has to want that for herself. I'm sorry.
That part.
It's like, how tone deaf does she have to be? Like, people who are saying this are on the side. Motherfucker, I'm gonna tell you something right now. We all have fucking jobs. A job is a job is a job is a job is a motherfucking job. Sure, some of us now don't. I may not have had a job when your ass lost yours.
Well, I mean, I'm just sitting here quiet.
When I was a part of the folks talking about, no, nigga, this ain't healthy. This ain't good. I was a part of a workforce who would recognize, hey, this shit ain't right. If I was an employee of a company, I would not want this. How the hell am I on the fucking sideline just because I don't work at fucking Twitter? Your job ain't no more fucking different than mine. We go to work for a man who's probably a fucking lunatic, don't know what the fuck he into, trying to make him fucking happy, only for us to be like crumpled up and tossed the fuck away when we're done with. The fuck you mean we on a sideline? You think the most of people using Twitter and complaining about the shit you posting on this motherfucking platform just sitting out here on the streets? Sure, that may be what's going on in San Francisco, but not fucking everywhere else.
Mm-hmm. So
that's another problem that y'all should look at.
Mm-hmm.
If you think everybody on the sidelines on the fucking street using Twitter, because trust and believe, most of the people using it can afford to sit there and use this shit.
We're over here, most of us are out here trying not to be evicted and hoping that they give us the student loan forgiveness if we're being real about it. But also, like, right over here, it is amazing to me. Like, do you really think that you like? It would be different if this were like maybe a year ago, but you came in, silenced all the activists, and decided to give an increasing amount of platform to people who are very actively against human rights and somehow feel like you're saving the world. How? Please make that make sense for me. If I'll take any volunteer who wants to make that make sense for me. Please be my guest.
Because they're saving the world for the hard working people who have checks similar or more than hers.
I mean,
those are the working people of America. They've worked so hard to afford those yachts and houses, plural.
Hey, Major, real quick, what check she collected?
But that was before. And she probably got some invested, some stocks. So she probably said anyway. Laid off to her probably just means an extended vacation until some other VC or some other startup will sit there and hire her. She's going through some things, Sid.
Laid off is a golden parachute. Now I know you're trying to be facetious and everything.
So facetious.
But yeah.
Didn't old boy try to make it
and the horse she rolled in on?
Can we just talk about how she straight up was just like, you didn't see what this man did when he came to this company? I feel like y'all need to understand that when you see people in workplaces or other situations who are abusive to other people, that you are not immune. Once again, because we're in the middle of Women's History Month and we just got out of Black History Month, allow me to give you a very salient and useful quote at all times by a wonderful Black woman by the name of Maya Angelou. When people tell you who they are, show you who they are the first time, believe them.
And clap praise.
Believe them. They...
Oh, by the way, this was requested earlier. Give me a second so I can play it.
Capitalism.
Did we have to hit him with the capitalism?
Yeah, it was requested. I was trying to get it in, but yeah, we got caught up. See, there you go. Remember, I got you.
You just have to do like what I do is like I make that a chat command, and then so that Ruin could
I don't want it to,
death with that.
I don't want it to come up over us talking is the thing.
Major said, we invite input, but I need structure and order in the house of the Lord.
To an extent.
Yeah.
At least enough to where all right, this makes sense to me. I mean, how would you feel if Kev just overtalked Kev? Huh?
But like
that now.
Yep. But I mean, Major basically said it. It's kind of like, I don't know how you were saying that this is the worst thing you could possibly have when you were unemployed, lady. You were unemployed.
But you'll be all right.
They're not gonna take her stuff away.
That's severance. That's severance gonna severance. Who gonna?
And I want you to know that he did that apparently, according to this article, after not the first, the second, or the third, but the fourth time that this man said, "I think we're done with layoffs."
Well,
he has no problem with telling y'all whatever y'all feel like y'all need to hear to keep to keep doing things and hoping he doesn't put you under the microscope when he decides that he wants to cut someone else off. Y'all gonna learn one day.
Yeah, almost like look, your performance is doing better. You're doing amazing at your numbers are up. You're doing great. Look, 2024, we're gonna bring you on.
Oh wow, you didn't do that.
Late picking up my son because I was door dashing today. Just go on. Just look. The future is right over there. It's bright. It's over that bridge. You hear snapping and cutting. Oh, don't even worry about that. Don't worry about what's going on behind you. We right behind you. You're doing great. Just on the other side of that bridge.
You know something? We'll be right behind you. Just keep right on walking. It's fine.
Yep. Yep. Gotcha. Fucking cowards.
Yep.
Twitter payments chief is out as layoffs cut 10% of Twitter staff.
Hey, Major, for those of us back at home, what the hell is a payments chief?
That's a good question. Because I had sure as shit don't know. Wasn't he trying to make that bank? Wasn't he trying to make a bank? Chief executive of Twitter payments. Oh, wait.
Oh, no, that was Esther's job?
Oh, what? It was? Oh, shit. That's the same one. This is okay. So I guess we just got a double article. I didn't know that's what her title was. Because I was like, who is the payments chief?
Moment. The payments chief.
Apparently, he also let go of the accessibility team.
Oh.
So there's more to this, but
hold on. So, oh girl, not this, please. I'm just reading this first article and just becoming more sad by the second. Like,
oh my god,
she needs family who loves her. So apparently, Twitter was trying to build its own payment and I suppose like subscription platform, and that's what she was in charge of.
Elon wanted to make Twitter a fucking bank. Elon wanted to make Twitter a bank. I remember that was one of the things that came out of this whole shit when he took over back in November of last year.
Imagine that level of foolishness.
Now this one strikes a chord with me here. On Saturday night, just as it happened during Twitter's November layoffs, some employees discovered they were about to lose their jobs when they were abruptly logged out of corporate email accounts and laptops. So how do I return my, oh damn, I can't email anybody to figure out how to return my laptop back to the company because I'm a remote employee.
Can we talk about how these people saw this happen at the White House one time and decided collectively that this was the best idea ever? In case y'all forgot, a couple of Januaries ago, someone was like, well, I'm gonna come into the White House and do whatever I want to do, and promptly found out that their key card didn't work when they came to the front door.
But that,
they said, go on ahead and log out for me, thanks. We'll send for your things.
Mm-hmm. We'll send you your things.
I mean, okay, so let's put it like this. To be fair, that is standard operating procedure. So again, not mad at it. It's just that, I don't know, let people know that it's about to happen.
See,
too much like a good idea.
Well, like, here's the problem with that, right? And I say problem, not with what you said, but very specifically. It's one of those, well, this is standard procedure. This is what people do all the time. Y'all don't communicate? Like, is that not what we do at places? At the very least, it's like an at-will state, right? Like, it's not like y'all are going to like run into any particular trouble if you tell me, hey, by the way, you don't work here anymore. But now, because guess what? My petty ass, you wouldn't get the laptop back.
Mm-hmm.
It would sit right there, and it would be like, I would have sent you this, but I don't know where to send it to.
Mm-hmm. So.
And y'all don't have my home phone number, so now what?
Mm-hmm. It's just gonna sit on the shelf.
It's absolutely not gonna sit on the shelf. What it's about to do is sit up on eBay and go ahead and make me some money since you want to act
I don't know. It was a perfectly good ThinkPad. It was a perfectly good ThinkPad.
You know something? We love electronics around here.
Yeah.
I'm being like facetious and extreme on purpose.
Yeah. I mean, look. It's like laughing is keeping me from crying. I don't know, but
you know something?
That ThinkPad was really good.
You know something? You right.
It will be utilized until whatever comes to Flex server. Yep.
The schedule IT to shut off access at 5:30. Management probably can't your ass around 5:15. I wish somebody sent me a message. Nobody sent me shit.
Child, the way that these people be acting, I wouldn't be surprised if they had half of that happening on a cron job, but let me not.
Because they totally are.
Yep.
Let me verify my pin on Signal real quick. So I'm still on the, my team Signal account, Signal group chat.
I would be petty for a second and be like, so do y'all want to tell me where I'm supposed to send this stuff or not?
Oh no, don't worry. They already have the laptop. That chapter is done. That chapter is done, over with. Well, what's going on, different, man? Oh my god, this is.
It's so much nonsense for no reason.
Very.
Like, as a contractor, like, it's bad enough that this happened to me, but like to see this is happening to actual Twitter employees, like full-time benefits, all that shit. Takao, Jesus, I'm never gonna get it free.
To cow.
The cow.
Takao thinks it's feeling demon-ish today. Feeling like a demon.
Why are you feeling like a demon today, sir?
No, not him. You.
Who, me?
Yes.
I'm not feeling like a demon. I'm feeling like a person who read this list today. Anyway, let's continue. We're about to let it burn in here like Esther's bank account.
Well, Texas Republican wants ISPs to block a wide range of abortion websites.
In another edition of You Gotta Laugh to Keep From Crying.
Because for an organization, for a political party who swears up and down they are not racist, that they do not align with the KKK, who, you know, doesn't want to see people dying like that, allegedly,
or don't want governmental overreach and corporational overreach.
Oh no, but see, no, I'm using these examples on purpose because I probably have God knows how many sites that are accessed on the internet that are just going willy-nilly for free, most of which will probably tell you how to make a thing to make another thing not exist anymore. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we want to block 6 specific websites. 8 access, heyjane.co, plancpills.org, I think that's mychoice.co, justthepill.com, and carafem.org.
There are so, like, first thing, the endeavor in and of itself is foolishness. But never minding that, some morbid stuff to think about, right? Texas and Florida, and to maybe a lesser extent a couple of other states, are all very, like, because you know, like, how half of the things that we make decisions for legally are based off of precedent or whatever. So these people over here doing all of these things, and if they continue to do them unchallenged, at some point people are going to go like, okay, well, we see what kind of pushback we get when we do these things, so either that's a go or a no-go, or we need to reformulate the plan and try again at some other time. That does not sit well with me. And that's it.
The 11th Amendment. I don't remember talking about the 11th Amendment. I don't even know. Do I know that many amendments?
There are so many amendments in the Constitution, but you can only choose one.
Like, I know the first one, barely. I know the second one because motherfucking too many people been talking about that shit.
The judicial power of the United States shall not be construed to extend to any suit in law or equity commenced or prosecuted by any of the United States, by citizens of another state, or by citizens and subjects of any foreign state. Yeah.
And for everybody who is not a lawyer, oh, I thought you had that version. You know, like the NIV version.
Basically, states just can't be doing whatever they want to do, and they can't just be diddling in other people, and other countries can't be diddling in our affairs like that.
So literally 2020?
Pretty much, yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, pretty much what it's like. Mind your damn business. That part.
Isn't that what they believe? Oh, no, those are libertarians. Those like extreme Republicans. No, not even extreme Republicans, but you would think that libertarians were extreme Republicans, but they're not.
They're not extreme Republicans. They just are like not so much, very little government, like
just privatized. Everything is just private. Like no government, everything is privatized.
Really just do it yourself. The extreme version of that. Like
there's also something to be said about, how do I say this, right? Takal, you are not wrong, especially when, well, you know what? Let me not, because I mean, Georgia, we already have like Cop City happening too, and we don't want to get into that right now. So there's that. Nope. But you know something? I mean,
isn't KKK mom divorce queen already asking for another divorce?
I mean, she can ask for it, but she don't want that smoke though. Because again, one word, Tecumseh. Anyway, and if you know, you know.
You know.
I don't. It sounds familiar, but
the person who walked through Georgia setting everything on fire. We're talking about, like, he's talking about that person.
Yep. You don't want them problems, but like Tecumseh, but with drones. Think about that. Anyway.
But no, Takal, we're not talking about that. What's happening over here is that basically Texas is trying to, the article is, Texas is trying to get ISPs to block a whole bunch of abortion websites. And my side commentary was there seems to be this whole thing between Florida and Texas, the most often that I see it, where they're doing these things that are just like wildly out of pocket in terms of like human rights stuff. And I'm like, I am almost certain that this is just mostly testing stuff to see what kind of pushback they get, and then figuring out how to revise plans depending on what kind of feedback they get from the people around them. And like, it obviously does not sit well over here. For all of that. But also just hackers are going to have a really fun time in a couple of years.
Especially with these municipalities and their inability to like change, man.
Because these people who are out here doing all this stuff completely like ignore the fact that generally speaking they don't know how technology works.
Well, that activates their trap card. Bill encourages civil lawsuits. Toth's proposal isn't just aimed at ISPs. Individuals in Texas will be prohibited from making or hosting a website or platform that assists or facilitates a person's effort in obtaining an abortion-inducing drug, for example. More broadly, the bill would establish a civil liability for distribution of abortion-inducing drugs. It attempts to extend the law's reach outside the Texas border, saying the law of this state applies to the use of an abortion-inducing drug by a resident of this state, regardless of whether the use of the drug occurs. Women who get abortions would not be held liable, as the bill targets distribution instead.
Yep, that part. That's the 11th Amendment. Basically being like, you can't tell Texas can't tell Georgia what they can do. Florida can't tell Mississippi what they can do. New York can't tell Oklahoma what they can do, and vice versa.
You know, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about this, and it also reminds me that there is a whole like bill under consideration, if not passed at this point, which leaves you, if you call someone racist, it leaves you open to a countersuit with a minimum charge of $35,000.
I mean the simple thing is, you don't want to be called racist, just don't do it.
But the thing is so many people are afraid of being called racist as opposed to just not being it. Like you're more offended by being called racist than you would be if you were actually racist.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the funny bit. It's like,
yeah,
if you aren't racist, this should not bother you. Being called racist should not bother you if you are not racist.
It really shouldn't. But they want to be racist so bad. They just don't want to be called it. Oh, my chills.
The abortion bill raised concerns about the government deciding which websites people may visit, particularly as federal net neutrality rules were eliminated by the Trump-era Federal Communications Commission, but it could still be challenged in court if it became law. As Free Press General Counsel Matt Wood told Light Reading, this bill that would see a state government making those choices for the carriers and their customers alike is absolutely terrifying and constitutionally suspect too.
Now, there is something to be said here about a certain level of naivety when it comes to these things.
I'm
not talking about people here, but just being like, why do y'all keep thinking and acting like on any level these people are concerned about doing things that are good and or legal? Like they don't care. The laws aren't for them, they're for you. These people are confidently and confidently striding right through laws and not caring, and then they just look at you like, oh, that doesn't apply to me. Please. Merge, I see that question there, and all I can say is that sounds like a human rights question, and we have established that they don't care about those.
All peoples have the right of self-determination. By virtue of that right, they freely determine their political status and freely pursue their economic, social, and cultural benefit or cultural development.
That part.
I mean, I had to look it up. I had no idea what that meant. Like one state tell another state what is legal, and that's. I mean, where were you for the 2022? Where were you for the 2020 election, dog? That didn't matter. State was trying to sue fucking Pennsylvania.
Yep. Whole states were suing other states to block their electors. You know. Now.
But Merge, you have to remember, it was the Democrats who used that, not the Republicans.
Mm-hmm.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what happened. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, Merge gets it. Yeah. Same people, different coat. Wow. Speaking of same people, different coats. Conservative News Corp Empire says hackers were inside its network for 2 fucking years.
I want y'all to know I did an alley-oop in my description previously just to lead to this article. Like I said, once again, these people like to do a lot of nonsense, but don't know how technology works.
Sin put that trap card down. And then it was like, trap card open. Mm-hmm.
Again, it is sad that we are now. It is sad that we now live in a time where we do not know if this is a real article or an Onion article.
I always say that either a lot of what we talk about is just either a unwritten episode of Black Mirror or a Black Mirror episode that was kind of left on the cutting room floor. And then in our political discourse, it's either a terrible episode of House of Cards or a really good episode of Veep. So, and this really feels like a weird episode of Succession. And if you know, you know, where it's like, how could you just be like all up in just be in it for like 2 years, getting all them good secrets.
Okay, so I'm seeing some things happening in chat. I do want to clarify. CNC may be one thing, but no, this is the company News Corp. Ars Technica is saying that it is conservative. Yeah. This is the company that owns Wall Street Journal and Fox News.
Fox News, yeah.
News Corp News Corporation is the name of the company.
It's Rupert Murdoch.
Yes, this is Rupert Murdoch's whole shtick. They also own The Sun, I think, in the UK. I forget who. Yeah,
I think
while CNC may be a thing, it is not this. This is not CNC.
Let me look that up. News Corp.
Yes, News Corp, the parent company of the Wall Street Journal and several other news outlets.
Yep.
Kind of odd that they did not say Fox News, but yeah, okay. Nope, I use Spark too. Even though I hate it. I hate this new version of Spark. It is the absolute worst. And I want to leave it, but apparently I've been finding fucking bugs for them. Hopefully they'll fix them. News Corp, the parent company of the Wall Street Journal and several other news outlets, said that hackers were inside its network for nearly 2 years and made off with private documents and emails. News Corp first disclosed the breach in February 2022 in a filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission and an article in the Wall Street Journal. Excuse me. The company said at the time that it discovered persistent cyber activity network a month earlier in a third-party cloud service it used, security firm Mandiant, which aided News Corp in investigating the intrusion, told the Wall Street Journal it believed the attack was conducted by a threat actor aligned with the Chinese government. Of course, it's the Chinese. Because the one thing the Chinese want is conservative news. Especially
considering that half of the time, essentially about half the time, those outlets can't make it past the firewall either.
Whoa. Actually, no. You know what? Maybe they weren't taking things out, but putting things in. Whoa. The podcast they didn't want you to hear. We'll see how quickly I can get this show off now.
Be like, the most dangerous podcast ever. Do the drop.
Oh my God. Oh shit. You know, I wonder if I could use their assets now because they're not making another show again.
Yeah.
Fox News, not Fox. 20th Century Fox is owned by Disney.
Yep.
Which, you know, is a whole nother thing. But
so like Fox, so basically 20th Century Fox and the Fox channel.
That's Disney.
That's Disney.
I think it was owned by News Corp. Maybe.
It was, yeah, that part was owned by News Corp. Was owned by the Murdoch family, and then Disney was like, shit off. And then they got to split it off.
And this is why we can get. This is why we're getting Fantastic Four, new X-Men.
Right.
The only thing we just need is for Sony to give us Spider-Man, give Disney Spider-Man back, and we can just have everything. It'll be great. Marvel could be Marvel again. You're right. They're not. They're not. Anywho, last week, News Corp sent a breach notification letter to at least one affected employee that provide additional details. Quote, based on the investigation, News Corp understands that between February 20th and January 2022, an unauthorized party gained access to certain business documents and emails from a limited number of its personnel's accounts in the affected system, some of which contain personal information. The letter stated, our investigation indicates that this activity does not appear to be focused on exploiting personal information. Of course it wasn't.
How do you know?
Of course it was, because again,
how did they know? You had someone in your system for 2 years. How do you know what they decided to do, what they were going to do or not do?
Because they probably found more information than they realized they probably found more information than they were expecting to find. Because, there are things here. Like somebody put this here that did not originate here in this building. The letter added that News Corp wasn't aware of any identity theft or fraud in connection with the data breach. Yep. A News Corp representative said in an email the investigators, quote, believe that this was an intelligence collection. Okay, can we reach out to the Chinese? Oh, no, let me not, because that sounded like a 2016 move from an individual. I do not want to come out looking like I'm asking a foreign government for information that they may or may not have for the activity to pick back up again.
No, I'd be like, did y'all find any tea in there though? I just want to know if you found some tea.
I'm just trying to figure if they found any intelligence. Period.
You're talking about the people who wrote Wall Street Journal. Haven't they wasn't it like, I'm trying to figure out if it's you said these are the people who are like have the Wall Street Journal under their finger, right? What intelligence? Child, please.
That's my point. I'm not going off Wall Street Journal. I'm going off Fox News, but
Fox News, the only station where one of those two words is correct.
Well, what, Fox?
That would be the operative word.
Oh, hooray! I win a prize. Ooh, should do that. Let's see. The email didn't respond to questions asking if the focus of the 2-year intrusion was focused on gaining private information concerning the company's news gathering or reporting, how many employees were affected, or if investigators still believe the threat actor was aligned with the Chinese government. Again, it's amazing that, everybody else is looking at Russia, but China's like, no, it was the Chinese who did it. It was the Chinese.
They can't say anything because they all have Kaspersky installed on their computer.
Well.
Ooh. Yep.
Personal information obtained by the threat actor included employee names, dates of birth, social security numbers, driver's license numbers, passport numbers, financial, account information, medical information, health insurance information. Not all of this information was impacted for each affected individual. News Corp is offering affected employees free identity theft protection and credit monitoring for 2 years through Experian. Only 2 years? Like, why not for the duration of the time they work for your ass?
That'd be nice.
Also, let's stop right there. Y'all got all of that, huh? What? Please to be excusing me, what?
Nandi?
But not, yeah, you shouldn't be worried about it. But yeah, they got everything.
Don't worry about me. It's just like, what is happening here?
They didn't get anything, Sin. They just got all of that information, but nothing at all.
It's none of my business.
In more hacking news, somebody feel like we've been talking about for 2 years, but not really. LastPass.
So I recently installed Bitwarden. I still need to set it up properly, but I do have it downloaded on my phone now. But we told y'all the last time we were talking about this not to get LastPass, and this is why. Look at this mess.
LastPass says employees' home computer was hacked.
Bitch,
Not
And
your
corporate
home
vault
computer.
was taken.
Like, just have we not at any point thought that maybe figuring out what is happening and trying to get to the bottom of it would be helpful? Like, what is happening?
Yeah, look, Tycho, when I read this story, I was like, yeah. Like, at what point do they just go out of business?
Yeah.
All right, 13, our favorite chapter.
Well, although an initial intrusion into LastPass ended on August 12th, officials with the leading password manager said the threat actor was actively engaged in a new series of reconnaissance, enumeration, and exfiltration activity from August 12th to August 26th.
Wait a minute.
They just kept going.
Hold on. This was accomplished by targeting the DevOps engineer's home computer
Yep.
and exploiting a vulnerable third-party media software package, which enabled remote code execution capability and allowed the threat actor to implant keylogger malware. The math's not mathing over here for me. But here, help me understand. You work in literal DevOps. I understand that doesn't necessarily mean you're hardcore into like info security or whatever, and I get that, and that you don't necessarily do cryptography. But I feel like the basics should be covered if you're in literal DevOps to not do this. Why would you just random third-party stuff on the computer? That's how they got you. The amount of articles that we read where someone gets got in these streets because of some foolishness that is like 101 for stuff, like don't open emails from strangers, is mind-boggling to me.
But this also could have been a supply chain attack, though.
Go on.
So I think we covered this before, where malicious actors are injecting bad code into programs that are legitimate, and then that can do enough. Like that can just do enough to create a hole where you need to create it.
They're downloading this from CNET, I swear to God. They have.
I mean, well, most of this is happening in GitHub, where it's publicly accessible code.
Oh, you know what? Well.
An unpatched Plex vulnerability? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to this episode.
You know what?
of
Hold
Tech
on.
Talk
Let me go
Thursday.
get the tools.
I just
Because, Mama, what is this? What is this? What's happening?
I am so stunned I can't even address the fam. Like the way Plex is the most personal of personal software, and it's sitting right beside whatever work shit you got going on. How? How? How, Sway? Look, in Tycho, I see what you're saying about Jellyfin. As soon as they can fix the UI for Apple TV, I'll be great. I'll switch over to Jellyfin immediately. But right now, I am liking what Plex has over Jellyfin when it comes to the Apple TV app.
We need to talk about the swiftness with which Plex said, now hold on a minute.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Please scroll to the end of the article because Plex said, hold up. See how they put us in it? Why are we in it?
Update! A day after this post went live, a Plex representative wrote in an email, quote, "We have not been contacted by LastPass, so we cannot speak to the specifics of their incident. We take security issues very seriously and frequently work with external parties who report issues, big or small, using our guidelines and bug bounty program. When vulnerabilities are reported following responsible disclosure, we address them swiftly and thoroughly. And we've never had a critical vulnerability published for which there wasn't already a patch version released. And when we've had incidents of our own, we've always chosen to communicate them quickly. We are not aware of any unpatched vulnerabilities, and as always, we invite people to disclose issues to us following the guidelines linked above," which I guess was on where this post came from. Given the recent articles about the LastPass incident, although we are not aware of any unpatched vulnerabilities, we have reached out to LastPass to be sure. So homeboy ain't patched they shit. Now, excuse me, I'm gonna do this real quick. I've been looking forward to a chance to do this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Tech Talk Tabernacle. I don't know if I can find it, but I'm gonna see if I can.
Hello and welcome.
No. I need Black Church.
What are you looking for, Reader?
Gospel organ melody. Let's see. Is this what I'm looking for? Yep, this is it. This is what I want. Give me 1 second while I adjust the audio. Sorry, look, this is a great bit. It's a great bit. I've been waiting to bring it back. Kev knows what I'm talking about because we discussed it on TikTok a few days ago, about a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Tech Talk Tabernacle. Now, I bring y'all here today because we've been hearing things out in these streets about people using password managers, but using the wrong ones. People out here not securing their data. People out here putting their corporate information along with their personal software. But on top of that, stay with me now. Stay with me now, church. Stay with me. Stay with me.
Take your time, Pastor. Take your time.
Yes, sir.
But they out here putting their corporate data with unpatched software. Unpatched holy. And I don't mean like holy like Jesus. I mean holy like Swiss cheese. To let the maliciousness get inside them.
Yes.
To take all their data. To make Plex, no matter how much we like them, don't matter if they open source or closed sourced, to come out and say, hold up, devil, get thee behind me. We patch all our shit.
Get back.
Get back! They even reached out a hand to their broken software brothers in LastPass. Which is sad, because you know that DevOps engineer is about to lose his job. But Deacon Ruin out there, I can hear you. I can hear it right now. I can hear it right now, and I just want to give you your shout out. Patch it! We need to patch
Hallelujah!
it! We need to go back to the Tech Talk commandments. You need to hit that update.
Take these viruses.
Don't wait till Tuesday. Tuesday may be too late. I'm not saying you need to patch every day. At least once a week. Update your shit. But not only that, again, I say, I recommend to you all out there in the congregation today. Use a password manager, but don't use LastPass. Don't be like LastPass getting smoked day after day after day. And when they say they're done, they keep coming back to take more of their data. Use Bitwarden. It's open source, and you can use Vault Warden if you are comfortable enough running it on your own server.
KeyPass.
You got KeyPass, Dash Lane, 1Pass. Use the password manager in your browser if you feel that is secure enough.
Yes.
And it probably isn't, so don't do that.
But don't do it. Bitwarden is free. Vault Warden is free.
And open source.
And they're both open source. Because we like to keep it open. The data open, secure, peer-reviewed and verified by top-notch men, women, and persons of other identities. And Lord, I know there's somebody in the audience right now. I believe he goes by the name of Sandus. Please help him. If you need to strike him down, please do.
Using his whole government. Yes.
A timeout or a ban may not be enough.
He knows not what he says, Lord. Not one.
But I also have one more thing to say.
I feel like we're gonna have one of these segments every other cast now because, oh my God.
Preach, look, your preachers all over, they get 3 points. The points, patch your shit. Password manage your shit. But we're gonna go in, got the bump. Need a 2-factor your shit. If you can even 3-factor, do that shit too. But at least 2-factor your shit. Have a second way to authenticate your account. That way the hackers can't get in. And when I say 2-factor, we talking about Authy. We're talking about Google Authenticator. Apple has it built in. Bitwarden has one built in. Do not, and for the love of God and everything holy, use SMS. Unless you pay for Twitter Blue. And for that, I hope everything bad happens to you. Because you gave Muskie the direct root of evil on the internet all of your money, and you deserve it. Cinqua. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, by the way, this is the video I was using. Just so you know, hey, if you ever need, black church organ music as a background, YouTube got you covered.
Oh yeah, that's my praise break music.
Kev, I was looking for an opportunity to bring that back, and I'm glad. So glad an opportunity arose.
Yes.
I do. I didn't look. The music was a last minute addition to that. Just because I think the last time we had talked about it, Sin had he had a keyboard behind him, but again, that was a whole apartment ago.
Oh no, I still have that keyboard. It's in my bedroom now, but I still have it. We can bring that out here. That's not a problem.
It's like, you just got to give Sin some notice.
I don't know when it's gonna hit. I don't know when it's gonna hit.
Listen, we could just be here and just put it over here just in case the Lord moves. I can just put it right here. It's not a problem. It's not a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, yo, LastPass, what the fuck, bro?
Quiet director Sin.
Gotta have that woman in the front row about to faint from the preacher, out of breath from stomping and saying hallelujah.
Send the minister music.
You know something? I have a whole video for that I think would be both relevant and funny here. I will send it to y'all later.
But Tycho says LastPass got their passwords going out to yonder.
Going up to yonder.
Like so many survivors in Dead by Daylight.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the U.S. Marshals Service says it's the victim of a major ransomware attack.
And you would think the one law enforcement should have better IT security, and yet here we are.
The U.S. Marshals Service reports that it suffered a serious ransomware attack on February 17th. The perpetrators compromised sensitive data on a standalone system, including personally identifiable information for some USMS employees, third parties, and the targets of investigations. We've asked the USMS for comment. The agency tells CNBC that it disconnected the affected system from the network after discovering the attack, and the Justice Department has launched an investigation. Senior officials briefed on the ransomware determined it was a major event on February 22nd. The service hasn't identified potential culprits or named any impacted divisions or programs. A CNBC source claims the ransomware didn't touch the witness security program. The USMS has reportedly created a workaround to maintain its activities, including hunting fugitives. So I'm assuming it attacked a server and not just like a workstation. And it sounds like it didn't get out. So I mean, it sounds better than everybody else who gets hit, but I guess we won't know until more news comes out or, they answer more questions. But knowing the U.S. government, they won't. Volkswagen wouldn't help locate a car with an abducted child because GPS subscription ended or expired. Quote, the detective pleaded explaining the extremely exigent circumstance, but the representative didn't budge, saying it was company policy. The detective had to work out getting a credit card number and then call the representative back to pay the $150. And at that time, the representative provided the GPS location of the vehicle. Yeah, Volkswagen, what's going on? But, and not even that, like, why do we continue to have subscription services like this? I do not get why are more and more cars getting fucking subscription services and fucking DLC. I am wondering if anybody from the gaming industry just decided, you know, I want to do car software now. Oh, excuse me. Yes, sorry. Let me make sure I get this out the way.
Capitalism.
Volkswagen said there was a, quote, serious breach of its process for working with law enforcement in the Lake County incident. The company uses a third-party vendor to provide the CarNet service. Quote, Volkswagen has a procedure in place with a third-party provider for CarNet support services involving emergency requests from law enforcement. They have executed this process successfully in previous incidents. Unfortunately, in this instance, there was a serious breach of the process. We are addressing the situation with the parties involved, the company said in a statement provided to Ars and other media outlets. Let's see, I'm reading. The car with the toddler inside was stolen just after his mother returned to their home in Libertyville in her 2021 Volkswagen Atlas. The 34-year-old woman pulled into her driveway and brought one of her children inside. She came back to her car to retrieve her other child, her 2-year-old son, when a white BMW pulled into her driveway behind the car. A man wearing a mask got out of the BMW and struggled to get into the victim's Volkswagen as she tried to keep her 2-year-old son safe. The offender battered the woman, knocking her to the ground. He then stole her car with the child inside. He and the driver of the BMW fled from the scene. One of the drivers ran her over as they fled, causing serious injuries to her extremities. The victim was still able to call 911 and the sheriff's deputies immediately responded. The sheriff's office also said the BMW was stolen in the past week from a car dealership in Waukegan. That is unfortunate.
Yeah. Wait, what, this thing with the car?
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. I was looking at this and the article said the same thing I was thinking. So I guess that doesn't leave a whole lot to say here. Because I'm like, it would be different if this person were like, hey, I need you to do this for me. I know I haven't paid you. But when like literal law enforcement pulls up, I know that they have procedures for that. And they're just like, they do. If that person doesn't get fired today.
Like, for real. Like, what? They just don't get it.
I am only an older brother. I am not a parent. But I could tell you right now, if I knew that this happened to anybody that I was even just remotely friends with and I saw their salesperson in the street, it would be on site. On site. Like that's the kind of nonsense and behavior that has you wishing that bad things happen to people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why would you do that? Why would you literally look at a person who's just like, my child is literally missing in this car, and they're just like, shame you can't use the GPS. Imagine telling somebody that to their face. You couldn't do that to me and survive the tale. I'll tell you that one right now for free.
Wow. I'm sorry, I kept reading this too. Oh my God. Shortly after the Volkswagen was stolen with the child inside, a person working at a business called 911 to report they just saw 2 vehicles enter the parking lot and the driver of one of the cars abandoned a small child. The perpetrators fled, and the person who called 911 rescued the child from the parking lot before the boy could wander onto the busy roadway. The absolute fuck, bro.
Earth is ghetto. I would like to leave, please.
I wanna leave.
Come on, Kevin. I appreciate the fact that you know that song too, by the way.
On one of my Spotify lists. I love it. All of Sheffield. All of Sheffield. Yep.
No post says you need to buy the horse armor DLC in order to find your kid.
Leave. Out.
In goodish news, because it must be Tuesday, major Windows 11 update adds Notepad tabs, iPhone pairing, and a dash of AI.
When they say a dash of AI, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Do they mean a dash more of AI? Because I know that they like exist in like subtle amounts as cars currently are.
The headliner, at least for people who have signed up for the AI-powered preview of the new Bing, is support for those AI-powered Bing features, including the infamous Bing chatbot and the Windows taskbar. So yeah, that's what they're doing. That's what they mean by like a dash of AI. Is hey, we're gonna bring some we're gonna bring it into your Bing chat. Now, I don't know if I have it. I don't think I've updated my PC to get it yet. Notepad is getting, again, tabs. If that's a thing you like. If you like tabs. And yeah, you can pair your iPhone with the phone link out. Ooh, excuse me. Just we wanted another AI entity monitoring our every move. Oh, really? Hold on. Let's see. I'm gonna click it here. I must not have. Yeah, I may not have it. Let's open up Notepad. If I got that new Notepad, oh shit, I do. I have Notepad with tabs. So how do I access this damn AI thing? Do I need to type in it or something? Yes, I have Notepad plus plus. Also, I don't have that search bar, so that may also be a thing. All right, I have now turned on the search bar. Well, I must have like Bing search just turned off, which, you know, hey, that's great. Happy to see it. Or I just may not have it. That's all great too. I'll take that. So yeah, new Windows features for you if that's what you want. And a bit of sad news for Charlotte, North Carolina Apple customers. Apple North Lake Mall has closed for good earlier than expected. Apple is closing its North Lake Mall location in Charlotte, North Carolina after multiple shootings in the area. According to a report from Bloomberg, employees were informed that the location would be shutting down immediately, even though it was open on Wednesday morning. Apple's website for Northlake Mall store now says that the store will be permanently closed on Wednesday, March 1st at 4 o'clock p.m. with a new location in Charlotte area planned for next year. In the meantime, Charlotte customers can visit the Apple South Park location. Bloomberg says that 3 recent shootings in the mall contributed to Apple's decision to close immediately, and the move is unusual. As of Tuesday, employees were not aware that the store would be closing, nor did the website mention the upcoming closure. The relocation of the Charlotte store was already in the works and had been planned before the shutdown. Employees were being transferred to the South Park store or will work for the online store. No, so it's Northlake, but people are transferring to South Park or working online until the new store opens in Charlotte. And the last piece of news, which I swear I hate this. I hate every part of this. Ford files patent for system that could remotely repossess a car.
Well,
when self-driving,
I can't say that anybody is surprised by that, but also this is nonsense.
Yeah, like above it says, surprised it took this long. Filed by Ford, the patent describes a system whereby a bank or leasing company could remotely disable specific features, the air conditioning or the radio, or perhaps the car itself in cases where the person leasing the vehicle hasn't kept up with payments. Yeah, so it's making me wonder is it being called back or let's see here. Perhaps in recognition of the fact that the U.S. has become an extremely car-centric society since the 1950s, the patent describes how the lockout condition may be lifted momentarily in case of an emergency situation so as to allow the vehicle to travel to a medical facility when the emergency is a medical emergency. The patent also describes how the lockout could be conditional, allowing owners to continue using the vehicle during the week so disruptions don't affect their livelihood. The system could also let the car operate within a defined geofence. In addition to using a vehicle's GPS sensor to locate the vehicle, the patent describes using other sensors such as optical cameras, LiDAR, and ultrasonic sensors to determine whether the vehicle has been parked in a garage to deter a repossession attempt. It even makes allowances for autonomous vehicles, which could effectively repossess themselves, driving to an impound lot upon request from a repossession computer. Ford told Ars, "We do not have any plans to deploy this. We submit patents on new inventions as a normal course of business, but they aren't necessarily an indication of new business or product plans." Yeah, this ain't great. This ain't great. Don't like this.
It's the way that capitalism is going to have y'all dead in the middle of the street because they're going to be like, we're just going to repo your car. And if they decide to turn that off while you're in the middle of highway traffic, oh well.
Hold on a second. I got you.
Capitalism.
Well, the thing is, it seems like
nothing but a word here.
It seems like the GPS, like, all right, like to their credit, they won't just turn it off in the middle of the fucking road. It seems like they'll turn off other features first to make it like just mildly uncomfortable, or depending on where you are, very uncomfortable, especially if you live in the South. Or I don't know, it's everywhere nowadays because global warming is a thing. But then like once it's at your house, then it won't move. Wait, you're in the future? But I would take you. What? Do we solve global warming in the future? How far in the future are you? Damn. Oh, it's Friday AM. Oh, you must be in the UK.
No, wouldn't. Well, it's either the UK or, I mean, if we're being depend on how far in the future, Australia.
Well, it's Friday AM. I imagine Australia is like Friday afternoon.
Okay, London it is.
Is there a fighting tournament going on?
It's nearly 3 a.m. Child, if you don't go to bed.
Bafuteki needs no sleep. Turn off the air when it's 100 degrees outside. That's a crowd. Yes, it is.
Well, like, and here's the thing too, Takao, right? Like, because Takao's on the same page with me about this. They already have enough things where people have gotten things cut off or whatever else, even if they've made the payment, because, you know, if you're poor, you're usually writing the line of when things are due. And if these people decide that they're just going to cut you off at 6 p.m. and you pay at 6:01 and it takes about 5 minutes to process, well, then you're just stuck out there for however long it takes them to do that.
Yeah.
And or systems that don't process things incorrectly, places that are closed on weekends, places that don't have up-to-date systems, things where the system just shuts down and doesn't process your stuff. It's just all of that.
Well,
that's a problem.
And I see the part where, like, if the system breaks down, but at least they're saying too that it is conditional to where you can work something out. But again, this is all a thing of, let's hope this does not happen, but because a patent now exists, They would write things into the EULA that would indemnify themselves from any incorrect use of this feature. Even if you have paid off the car, there is no condition that says that they won't use this on you, even if you paid on time or have completely purchased the car. Well, it seems like it's the bank that does it and not Ford. And there you go. Look, Tygo, I'm on your side, man. I'm on your side. I'm on your side. Let's go into some gaming news. I'm pretty sure some good news over there, right? Right? Oh, there is. Hooray. The Steam Deck hits over 8,000 games playable or verified. There are now more games on the Steam Deck than you have time to play. Well, see, sometimes it works out. I'm just saying. Valve's popular Linux-powered gaming handheld, the Steam Deck, has officially crossed over 8,000 mark for games noted to be playable or verified. Going by the list on SteamDB, which includes those titles no longer listed for sale on Steam but still playable if you own them. The current count at the time of writing is 8,003. Broken down, it is 2,980 verified, 5,023 playable, and 2,571 unsupported. There's a note here that even plenty of unsupported games do in fact work, and those numbers only include what have been through Valve's formal deck verification system. You can still install and attempt to play anything you want. Of course, the ones that just became recently playable or verified include Asphalt 9 Legends, Atomic Heart, Cyberpunk 2077, which I am surprised just recently became Steam Deck verified, because they have a Steam Deck setting in the game. However, it was not Steam Deck verified, and I wonder if it was because of the launcher. Construction Simulator, Darkest Dungeon, Octopath Traveler 2, Resident Evil 3, and Warhammer 40,000 Battle Sector. So yeah, go Steam Deck, go Valve, y'all did it, hooray! The Outer Worlds is getting a PS5, Xbox Series X upgrade, and will be available on March 7th. Why did I include? I don't know why I included this, other than the fact I thought I thought it already had it out. I thought it was already out, but maybe not. Yeah, I don't even know why I included this, but hey, if you would like to play The Outer Worlds on your newfangled console, there you go. Oh, but here is this one little tidbit. Those who bought the original game and both sets of DLC on PlayStation 4, Windows PC, or Xbox One will be able to upgrade to the current gen version for $9.99.
Womp 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 womp.
Sorry, I got something for that.
Capitalism.
No, you didn't hear that twice. That was just recorded Kev and real Kev.
Yep.
Now this one
We're
was
doing
cool.
it live. We're doing it recorded.
Yes, please go to sleep, Bafuteki. You got work to do.
Yeah, get some rest, Bafuteki.
But we do appreciate you
Yes.
being here. Bafuteki is a vibe.
Yes.
So I want to be when I grow up.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, Bafuteki, you know, there are some of us, me. I'm looking for work. I just want to put that out there. I'm looking for work.
Major said, if you want to give me a plane ticket to London,
I mean,
on today.
or I can wait till you come back. It's fine. Looking for work.
I love how you said, I can wait till you come back. Don't do that. Do not delay.
No, I mean, look, I'm just look. He's busy.
Don't
busy.
Do
Busy.
not delay. Act now.
I can't just hop on a plane to London right now. I got a kid. A kid.
Go on.
I got a kid. I can't just go to London right now. Star Wars themed Xbox consoles and controller announced for Mandalorian season 3 launch. Yeah, so it was a surprise. I probably was told that the Mandalorian was coming back for season 3 yesterday. Did not know that. Just totally deleted that from my brain. So I was surprised to see that the Mandalorian was on my TV. I was like, yes, let's go. Let's watch new Mandalorian. And then later on that day, this article comes up. Of course, this is the Mandalorian Xbox Series X and S with the Mandalorian Din Djarin on the Xbox Series X, and the child themselves, Grogu, on the Xbox Series S, with a themed Grogu green controller with the Grogu jacket. I don't care that I can't buy the consoles, which, by the way, you cannot buy these consoles. I just want the controller and the jacket. That's all I want. Xbox and Lucasfilm created Mandalorian-inspired Xbox Series X and S consoles, as well as a custom Grogu controller and hoodie for it. Microsoft is not selling these items to the public, but fans can retweet the Xbox account and use the hashtag the Mandalorian Xbox sweepstakes for a chance to win. So yeah. Enter in to win this dope controller. I mean, one of these dope consoles and the controller in the little jacket. I just want the controller and the jacket. Let me come on, look at that. That was cool. Kev, would you get this Xbox controller? If they sold this controller jacket combo.
I probably would, and then my mom would probably lose her mind because she loves Grogu So I'd be like, Mom, I bought a Grogu controller, Xbox controller.
You should just show her this image. Like, what do you think? What do you think about the Grogu controller?
Yeah, I will definitely show that with her, because I'm like, she has a literal, because she literally has a shrine of Grogu. Like, she has like two stuffed Grogus and then some pops that I bought her, over subsequent, months and years. So yeah, it's a good chance she would like that. Yeah.
Oh, and Takal, I just saw your comment. I'm glad I got that on PC back when it came out. That reminds me, I forgot. It's on Outer Worlds is on Game Pass, and because it's a Bethesda joint, it's one of those permanent entries. So I wonder if those will be like, well, those should be available for like the new console, like for the consoles if you have Game Pass. Hopefully they'll make some way to. Ooh, excuse me, because it doesn't seem like it's smart delivery. So hopefully they'll make some way to like denote which version you're getting. And here we are. Hundreds of Apex Legends playtesters laid off during EA Zoom call. EA's Baton Rouge office reportedly lost over 200 Apex Legends playtesters after a surprise Zoom call announced the layoffs. Described as unscheduled and mandatory, it's clear the Zoom call came as a shock to both the playtesters themselves and the company's higher level supervisors, the latter of whom were allegedly given no notice nor time to prepare prior to Tuesday's massive layoffs. Adding insult to injury, Kotaku sources claim that after the surprise Zoom meeting, employees who had been laid off were only allowed to go clean out their desks and collect personal belongings while under direct supervision of EA security personnel. EA is reportedly offering 60 days of severance pay, though this is allegedly far less time than most employees still had on their employment contracts.
Capitalism.
This little button is going to get used. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, and this is where the argument I made from earlier is, at least they got a call and was able to, do things and then get at least 60 days. But this ain't a contest. Like, at the end of the day, this isn't a fucking contest. Like, this is fucking shitty. It's shitty. This should not be happening to anybody. And if it's like, it's this whole thing of like, because these companies did not know how to handle themselves during a fucking pandemic. And I was like, oh, we gotta share the weight. And then all of a sudden people are just fucking gone. Oh wow, my TV finally fixed itself. But maybe not. I swear, if my TV fucking dies now, that's it. I'm gonna be fucking done. I don't know what the fuck I would do that. Thoughts? None? Okay. And for those Linux players out there, Apex Legends banning some Linux players. Keep an eye out, Steam Deck players. You just got rid of Apex Legends Mobile. You now have one of the best mobile platforms ever in the Steam Deck. And now you're just going to cut off a whole bunch of folks who are spending money on your platform to play your games, to buy the content. I do not understand. Now they're saying that it's an accident. This shouldn't be happening because the anti-cheat,
just a little whoopsie doodle.
Yeah, because like the anti-cheat should work on Linux. It is designed to work on Linux. But it's at the same point too where why are we not making more of these games available on Linux? Like it's the whole thing
I feel like a lot of that is just an unfortunate stereotype because I know like the people who like use Linux systems obviously know this, but I know that for a very long time they weren't seen as gaming systems. They were seen as I am a serious dev TM computer systems. Because who else is going to walk up to you in the office and casually talk about compiling their own kernel? Whomst. I think it's only because of like this podcast here, talking to you and talking to people like Takao, that I would have even considered like Linux as a thing that you could properly game on. Although to be fair, I thought the same thing about Mac computers for a very long time.
I mean, granted, there are still people who are. I don't know. Mac. I have my issues with Mac and gaming, but I want to point out, because I think I pointed this out before when Epic made their announcement that Fortnite was not going to be available on the Steam Deck. Easy anti-cheat, which is the anti-cheat that is being used by Apex, which they say, hey, it is a mistake that easy anti-cheat is banning Linux users, which means one, it is, again, like I said, it runs on Linux. This is a thing that it does. Not an issue. For it to be in a position to ban Linux users, hey, easy anti-cheat runs on Linux. Epic made the statement that Fortnite would not be available on the Steam Deck because their anti-cheat does not work on Linux. I want to just point out something here. This part. I've said it before, say it again. Epic owns easy anti-cheat. How is it your anti-cheat doesn't work on Linux? I wish that translation layer did work on, or I wish there was a translation layer for the Mac too, but here we are. There has to be though, right? Like, I'm surprised Proton does not work on the Mac. And see, Tycho, this is the one thing I don't understand about capitalism. How can you be all about, I want all the money, I want even more money, and then deny a group of people who could potentially just give you money? It doesn't make sense. You lost iOS and you lost iOS. You technically have Android still, but you lost iOS. Why not bring in Linux? I don't get it. Oh. So one, this is unfortunate, but two, it still goes to show like what I said before. Anti-cheat work, easy anti-cheat works on Linux. Why can't I get Fortnite? I'm just saying. Epic, what the fuck are you doing? In Game Pass news, we're losing some games on March 15th. One of them is near and dear to my heart, and I am sad to see it go. but I hope many people got a chance to experience it. Of course, I'm talking about Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy for console and PC. Undertale for console. Young Souls for console and PC. Kentucky Route Zero TV edition for console and PC. Goat Simulator for console. F1 2020 for console. Zero Escape the Nonary games for console and PC. And Paradise Killer for console and PC. And in Olympic news, apparently they have an esports division, and they're bringing Gran Turismo, Just Dance, and chess for their 2023 event. Which I feel like they already have dancing in the real world. Why do we need Just Dance? We can have motorsport racing in the real Olympics. We should get that. And then, I mean, chess. We can just play chess at the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there are so many other games that you can't do in real life in an esport tournament.
Wait, what are we talking about here?
The Olympic esport event for 2023 includes 3 things that you can really do in real life, but they want it virtual. And I'm just saying, like, we could just have these in the regular Olympics and then choose video games that you can't do in real life.
On the low key, though, I'm not going to complain about them having a virtual event. I'm not.
Right. That's the part that's not the issue I have. It's the choice of games. Like, we could have an F1 style race in the real Olympics. The floor routine exercise in the gym, in the gymnastics division, Just Dance. And chess. Well, why can't we just do chess? Like real chess at the real Olympics. Let's get 3 games that is like virtually impossible to do in real life.
I mean, that's what we have Games Done Quick for.
What? What does that solve other than doing them quickly?
Okay, so there's a whole category of things where someone has to program a robot to run a program that completes the game as quickly as possible by doing things your characters cannot normally do.
No. What I mean is something we can't do in physical space. Let's play a game that allows me to do that, like Fall Guys.
You want Fall Guys at the Olympics?
At the esport event. I'm saying save esports for things that you can only do in video games. I can drive a car in real life. I can dance in real life. I can play chess in real life. Technically, you can play Fall Guys in real life, but I don't really think that the Olympics will want that.
I feel like we need to talk about this whole thing of like why this is happening in the first place. So let's start there, right? I think the issue is they're tying it to things that are at least somewhat akin to the stuff that people do in real life. But that's because there has been a ripple through esports, you know, now that people are not necessarily confined to their homes. And that's been like a kind of a low level murmur of conversation for like the last couple of months now. So that probably is a factor into what's leading into things like this of trying to pick a really large event that is considered relatively prestigious, that people are just like, let's do virtual things here, where people expect the Olympics to generally be in-person and physical things. My prediction here is that if this one goes well, it's probably going to be very short-lived. For the reasons that you mentioned, people are going to be like, okay, I mean, this is cool and all, but I didn't buy like tickets to the Olympics to watch people play Gran Turismo. If I wanted to watch people do like video game tournaments already exist at like
Again,
a global level.
I'm not
And so
saying
if
they
I
play
wanted to-
video games at the real Olympics. I'm saying, hey, we can have a Grand Prix with real fucking cars driving around a track.
Major,
People pay
to be
for that
clear,
already.
You know we're not disagreeing, right? I just want to be clear about that point.
Okay.
We're not. Right. I'm adding a bit of detail here. The detail in particular being like you said, you're talking about, well, why would you take these things that people can just do, like IRL for one, or two, that like multiple tournaments that are literally international for at least two of these things already exist for.
Yeah, so
and I could,
like chess is already a thing. Gran Turismo is already a thing. They're making a movie that's based off of the whole Gran Turismo driving a car to driving a real car thing.
Well, like, here's the thing about Gran Turismo in particular. There is already, like, whole national competitions for people who drive cars in video games that have, like, very complex setups, very specific rules and times and all that other stuff. Like, these things already exist. I don't know what it's going to do for esports long term for it to be in the Olympics. Because much like you, I feel like a lot of people are going to feel like this is really cool and everything, but if we're going to do that, why don't you just do that in real cars, and or these things already exist, and if I want to find them, I have places to
that
find
argument
them.
could also be made for baseball, for basketball, for judo.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the point.
Tennis,
that I'm making here, right? Imagine like them doing that, but putting like, if this list didn't have Gran Turismo on it, but Madden, I would have the same point to make.
That's what I'm saying. Like, let's not put Gran Turismo here. Let's actually, reach out to the FIA or whoever the governing body for IndyCar or F1 or what have you, and say, hey, whatever, like y'all. Like, whatever countries are going to be a part of it, hey, y'all vie for whatever position, like, to represent your country that your teams are a part of, and y'all race for that country. Like, I mean, yeah, to Kyle's point, like, yeah, like, I don't think it would be controversial, because that's like saying, because if you really look at it, the NBA, like if you look at basketball, the national team, they're just pulling fucking NBA players. For hockey, they pull NHL players. And again, not every country competes though. Not every country competes. Like, not every country competes in basketball. Not every country competes in hockey. Not every country competes in bobsledding. Even though somehow in this documentary I saw one time, a Jamaican bobsledding team existed like once. It was crazy. It was wild. Let's see. Captain Celestial suggested Just Dance should be replaced with Beat Saber. I would take that. I would watch that as an Olympic esport as opposed to Just Dance. Because I feel like if we're gonna sit to call somebody an athlete in a dance, like for dancing, I would say that the person playing Beat Saber is more athletic than the person playing Just Dance. Because you're having to move around in a 3D space, as opposed to having something attached to a hand to do the hand motion that you're trying to do.
I'm gonna let you have that one. I don't know if I could agree with that statement, but I'm gonna let you have it.
So I imagine you have played both Beat Saber and Just Dance, correct?
I have.
And
I
you're
have
not
watched
gonna-
those games. I have watched both. I have watched both of those games beat people's asses. So
Yeah. But even just for you, which one beat your ass more?
2 hours of salsa classes.
That is not the question. That's not the question I asked. You're like my son. It's not the question I asked. Also, I want to point out their archery game is TikTok Bow or TikTok Bow, which is a mobile game. So yeah, there are more than just the three. WBSCE Baseball Power Pros. Now this just came out on the Switch. And it's available for $1. Mainly because I'm pretty sure Nintendo will not give you a full game for free if they can help it.
On a list of things that Nintendo refuses to do, discount games and give you free games.
Cycling is essentially this Peloton knockoff.
Not the Peloton knockoff, please.
And let's see, Sailing Virtual Regatta. Which again is a mobile app. Virtual Taekwondo.
Virtual Regatta sounds like a Canadian beer.
I don't even know how this works. How would you even... So do you buy the armor vest? Yeah, what is... I don't even understand that one. In Tennis Clash for their tennis game. Which is a mobile game. So like, I'm sorry, like they could have chose like, I mean, all right. And if you wanted to have like real sports here, why not put this in VR or dare I say the metaverse? With your controllers and a headset, you can play fucking golf. You can do skeet shooting, actual archery. Oh, do we need to bring back like Switch Sports?
Don't put that evil on us, Ricky Bobby.
Don't.
Wii Sports then? We'll bring back Wii Sports. There's got to be plenty of Wii's just laying around somewhere.
We would rather not, thank you.
So, I mean, like, there are better choices here. There were way better choices. Yeah, I'm not feeling this. I'm not. Like, it'd have been great if they chose some decent games or chose games that, like, are better fit for esports. But, of course, you know, they're not going to put League. They're not going to put League of Legends on it. They're not going to put Dota on it. They sure as shit not putting an FPS on it, even if it's as cute as Overwatch.
We're not gonna put these things on there. And all I can hear in that is there are coins that we could be running people, and we do not want to run these people those coins. So no.
Well, no, I mean, well, also just the fact that we don't want to promote like violence, like
clear,
bang, bang, shooty, shooty.
I love how they said they don't want to.
Yes, the very corrupt IOC does not want to, promote violence. In firmware update news, NVIDIA's latest GPU drivers can upscale old blurry YouTube videos. I have yet to see if this works. I don't think I can't say I'm not gonna say that I think it doesn't work. I just don't know if it does. If anybody has any evidence that their 30 or 40 series GPU upscales videos, I tried it on, I tried it on Naruto. It did not work because the Naruto video I was looking at was already at 1080p. Or at least it had enough pixels to be considered 1080p. Oh, YouTube. Oh, okay. So YouTube, not so much. Okay. Yeah, somebody has a link that will definitively say this works. I will be glad to look at it, but I've yet to find content, even my own content from years ago, like back when my grandmother was still alive, which definitely had me feeling some type of way on top of trying to figure out if the technology worked. Yeah, that's what I would like to see. Like somebody put in a VHS tape, but yeah. Like this is the example that NVIDIA used. Try to put this up as high as I can. So this is 1440p downscaled to 1080p.
Only you had a motive for murder.
Again, I would like to see that video. I want to see what video they were using that made 1080p look that damn blurry. And then I'll go from there. I mean, they already do have AI upscalers that people can use. I guess this is just like, hey, now we made it for everybody and it works on YouTube. But just also keep in mind, like one, it does require a RTX 30 or 40 series card. Also, it requires a Chromium based browser. So only Chrome and its derivatives and Edge work. Brave probably works too. Maybe. If only it worked to upset the up the resolution of those videos in Crisis Core that I was playing the other day.
She was murdered.
Well, just like so, it wasn't the fact that Firefox did not get left out. It's the fact that Firefox has not apparently implemented what Google implemented. The feature that RTX that NVIDIA is using was already built into Chrome before they enabled it. So I didn't have to go run out and update Chrome too. And for those who are still rocking a PS3 somewhere, hi, how you doing? I currently have a PS3 actually hooked up.
I also currently have a PS3. Living comfortably over here.
I too have a PS3, but my
yeah. See again, is it
not
hooked
working.
up? Oh, it's not
hooked
working.
Up. Nah, but I have one.
Sin, is your PS3 hooked up? Like, could you go turn it on right now to apply this update?
Could I turn it on right now to apply this update? Here's the thing: you wouldn't be able to see me if I did because there are flames everywhere.
Let it burn.
But
let it burn.
If there were not flames everywhere, would you be able to do that?
Quite possibly.
Because I can't. The other ones, everyone I know that has a PS3 has hacked it. Look, man, look. Let's I got into that scene briefly in 2022. It just wasn't for me. Y'all have seen the posts I made about me sort of trying to liberate my illegally copied games from that NVIDIA Tegra built gaming console that I own. It's not worth it in 2022. Yes, I'm not worried about it. Like, probably when it was worth it, it was in a box somewhere. That PS3 was in a box somewhere. Only bought it out. Only bought it out so I could try to play Metal Gear, which, yeah, I should probably, I'm not getting back to that. That was a pipe dream. Anywho, PS3 is getting a new firmware update. I'm trying to figure out what, I guess it just improves system performance. Oh, we're going for it again? Going for it again?
Capitalism.
Eventually, I'm going to add a capitalism counter to this show. This PS3 could play PS1 games natively, PS2 games through either the actual EE chip or the emulation layer, PS3 games, PSP, and basically every console that had come out before it. That wasn't the Wii. But that cell processor was the shit, dog. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, it's about bedtime. New bedtime for who though? New $300 Switch bundle confirmed, includes a free Mario game, launches on Mario Day, March 10th. Let's see. Young says it's possibly a fix for the CMOS bug. I thought they had already fixed that, but who knows? Ahead of Mario Day, Nintendo has revealed a new Nintendo Switch bundle that comes with red Joy-Con controllers and a hit Mario game for $300. After purchasing the bundle, you'll be able to redeem a digital voucher for one of three Mario games for Switch: Super Mario Odyssey, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, or Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. The bundle also comes with Super Mario Bros. Movie-themed stickers. You can purchase the new bundle starting March 10th at select retailers. It's not a bad deal. I love that you can now choose a package. I would not be surprised if somebody figured out a way to get all three of them. And let's see, last up, and oh, by the way, we're in the deals section. Just so you know, I forgot to announce it, but we're in deals now. For free play days for this weekend, Diablo 3 Eternal Collection, Train Life, a Railway Simulator, and Human Fall Flat. Available for free to play this weekend between March 2nd, today, and March 5th, Sunday. Oh, shit. Unfortunately, I have to ask somebody if I can make this move because I was supposed to buy Diablo 3 ages ago and forgot to do it that weekend. The last weekend, it was available all free play days. I'm gonna just go downstairs and beg to please, it's $20. Please, can I have Diablo 3? Please, pretty please. Please. Or if somebody wants to send me a $20 Ko-fi so I can get it, that'd be great too. Yeah, I thought about building a Nook, but that was in the planning for major lab. That was in the major lab planning days. But yep, now I just have a big loud server in my closet, which is doing just fine. Spend this weekend. Speaking of which, because now the show is over. Talk about our weekends. What's coming up? I guess I'll go first because I started. Research and development time. Trying to knock down try to get some more of this stuff set up on Major Lab, get that up and running, because I have not spent nearly enough time actually sitting and trying to work on this stuff. Been in somewhat of a panic mode. So look, we need some money somewhere, and also just things. But yeah, I told my wife that this weekend I am planning on just kind of, like I said, hey, what do we got? Nothing. Great. Cool. I'm just going to sit around and just work on getting some of this stuff deployed on Major Lab, possibly move some stuff over to Major Home. Then I want to keep a little bit more persistent. And hopefully start looking at business strategies going forward. I know it's been a thing I've been talking about for the past couple of days on stream, where I kind of want to do a slight rebranding now that I am taking some time to really kind of focus on the Major Linux side of things. Like, hey, I want to be like I introduced the show. I want to be your favorite streamer's favorite IT guy. So, and I've put the little added caveat of they may not know it yet, so you gotta let them know. Let them know. Kev, has anybody told you like Don Cheadle without your glasses on?
No.
Am I the only one who saw that?
Yep.
Like, he looked like Don Cheadle. It was wild.
Okay.
I swear I was looking at Don Cheadle from Rush Hour. I hope that's not an insult. I don't beat it as an insult. It was
not an insult.
Damn, it was like Don Cheadle.
Just not have heard that before.
Oh. Yes, Black Kev. Oh wow! Wait, when was the last time both of the Kevs that I know from Twitch have been in here? But yes, Black Kev. Yes, Kung Fu Kitty. He's Kung Fu Kevy.
His name's Lee. Goddammit.
Damn it! Now I just want to watch Rush Hour again.
Mm-hmm.
This is how I get set up. This is how I fucking get set up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. But yeah, so looking at trying to do a little bit of slight rebranding, still Major Linux, but yeah, trying to really lean into the content creation IT guy persona. Wait, that's already who I am. I just need to tell people that's who I am, I guess.
That part.
That's the thing I need to do. Been very hesitant about it because I really did not want to commit into it. But I guess if I'm doing more of this stuff, I'm probably going to have to do it. But outside of that, we just kicked off The Witcher 3 for Major Lounge, the game club that we use to kind of knock through that backlog. So 2 months of The Witcher 3 while we wait for Jedi Survivor to come out. I know I need to finish Fire Emblem so I can actually use my Steam Deck to play Witcher 3. Also, something else is happening. I feel like something else is happening, but I don't remember what it is. Oh, I need to check with my crew. I can check with one now, and I'm not sure if Merge is still here, because he may or may not be playing The Witcher. But are we still on? And granted, we just had terrible news after terrible news for Apex Legends, but are we still on for Apex Legends tomorrow?
Or probably not.
Or okay, we probably have to reschedule because I know, but I put some things out of order. I fucked up. We can reschedule, put some weeks behind it. Let's see here. I know I will not be available next weekend because I've got a wedding to go to. It was not that I was trying to get out of it. I just don't like going to Myrtle Beach. But everybody came over to my house last weekend to celebrate my birthday. Also, did I cover the gun range yet? I don't think I did. Gun range was awesome. If you are not afraid of guns, you like to fire some gun, or if you would like to fire a gun, I do recommend it. At least try it. Look, my wife said I look sexy. My wife said I look sexy firing the gun. So you know what? I'm not gonna let her down. I'm gonna fire more guns. But yeah, like everybody came over, take me out to dinner for my birthday, kind of helped me feel a little bit better about all the shit that's been going on. And yeah, they were like, my wife and I was like, yeah, we don't know if we'll be able to go to Myrtle Beach. And they're like, no, you're coming. Don't back out because of that. So yeah, I'm going to Myrtle Beach next weekend for my sister's not birthday, her wedding, excuse me.
So
yeah.
you're gonna be over here having this Mr. and Mrs. Smith moment out here?
No, she does not. While she was glad she went
running around with the shooty pew-pews.
While she was glad she shot, she only shot 3 rounds and that was it.
So she was in the corner with the purse, watching you with the blam blams. Pow.
Well,
pow,
she had
pow.
she had the camera out. That's how you got those videos and those pictures of me looking sexy.
He's just like, he was, like I said, Major was living his best wanted life. He was arcing the bullet.
No, I was not doing
that.
I was not doing that.
Kevin.
Kill 1, save 1,000.
Whew, you took me back a few years.
Surprisingly though, my mind was blank through that. Like I was afraid because again of what happened. Like, what if I like just have like malicious thoughts enter my mind while I am shooting? But no, it took me out of all of that. Like I was just like me in a lane with the gun, just zen. And I was like, damn, I don't like that. Like, I only want to come here because like I don't want to taint this anywhere else. I want to come back to this range and just shoot more down a long ass hallway. Yep, that's it. Yep. I thought maybe like actually the most
what if
I thought
go
about
to this
it,
place and do something racist? Meanwhile, not a racist thing happened.
Well,
it's
again, we
kind of
chose a black owned gun range in gun
Of course
store.
you did.
Oh, that was priority 1.
Oh, that's amazing.
And the location it was in is like, okay, white people have to be here by choice, not by pure happenstance.
Right.
Because like everywhere that was where I was like, this black and brown small business area.
See, love to see it.
Sure
so
do.
like I felt safe. I felt like I was somewhere I belonged. And I will get the address. Like actually, like I've got the card. Like I have a membership for the place now because that was the only way I was allowed to shoot. So like I have the address. So if I ever have some free time and some money to do so, I can go back and just rent the gun and just like, you know what? I just give me some rounds in that rental gun. And just go in there and just go for it. As Jerry Bunn said, just go, period. Everyone needs to learn.
Yes.
Thank you for the belated birthday wishes. Really do appreciate it. I forgot why I said, oh yeah, I was talking about the gun. I was talking about the guns mainly because like everybody came over to celebrate my birthday and told me, yeah, I got to come out to the beach for the wedding. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, before then, we'll definitely be back for some more streams. There may be more daytime streams because again, I am probably going to take a break from door dashing because as much as it takes me over and that also gives me some zen, I feel like it still does not pay as much as I would like for it to. And you know, one thing happens, one thing fucks up with me, and we're already on bad terms.
Yeah.
Like when you tell me a Subway is in the middle of a fucking interstate, yeah, we got problems.
I mean, if any restaurant is going to be in the middle of an interstate, it will be a Subway.
But I can't blame Subway for this one because I was able to find it on my own. But yeah, like DoorDash put fucking Subway in the middle of the fucking interstate because it only gave me the zip code to the Subway. Not the address, the zip code. So yeah, I was like, yeah, fuck this. I can't because it made me late to pick up my son today. So like I told my wife, I said, I feel terrible. This is the reason why I want to work from home. The reason why I told my the agent this week, I said, look, do not bring any hybrid. Don't bring any in person. It has to be work from home. I need to be there for my son because I'm never having that shit repeated again. Mm-hmm. So I definitely feel bad that the very next day I was late to pick him up. So yeah, I'm like, nope, I'm staying my black ass at home. We're gonna have to figure out some other way for me to make money. DoorDash ain't it right now. DoorDash ain't the move. I mean, unless I stay within Garner, where I live, but yeah, for right now, this is it. But yeah, I might do some streams from home, maybe doing some of the research and implementation stuff for Major Lab. Do some IT stuff so we can ask some IT questions. Keep my mind sharp. I'll do all that time, Kev. Sin, what y'all got going on?
Well, last week we played some well, let me see. Last week we finished this horror city series that I was in, so that was cool. This week we played some Octopath Traveler 2, so maybe next week there will be more Octopath Traveler. Tabletop games happening on Saturday, and aside from that, I don't know. Maybe finally taking some of these clothes to a local thrift store where they can make some use of it, because I found one that specifically hires autistic people, which I am entirely here for. So I'm going to try to take the clothes over there and be like, hey, y'all sell these clothes, make some coins, enjoy your weekend.
Yep. Yeah, we have the face cam. Thank you, Major. Let's see. Probably because there's a little bit more I have a little bit more breathing room in my days, because this past Saturday, I was at a community event for Black History Month, and it was on the 25th, and it was nice. It was very Afrocentric. You know, we learned about the word ashe, which is like also means amen or continuation. So that's also great. Met some really good vendors. Stepped out of my comfort zone. Actually had to film and record, and took a few snapshots. Had my baby with me, so that was also interesting. You know, so there was a fashion show. Munchkin was a part of it, and Munchkin. We find out that Munchkin, at the ripe age of 7, may not have the complete aptitude as a model, but she stayed on the stage. She did walk across the stage, and that was what we wanted her to do. But just so happened she did a little bit too fast, and we didn't have a chance to take the pictures. I'm like, Munchkin, come back, and I'm like, nope, Munchkin was gone, and yeah. And also found out that Munchkin does a mean cha-cha slide. I didn't know, but I know. But yes, we had a good time. We did that. I finally finished that project. So hand clap praise there. And, just prepping for other stuff. Thinking about if we're going to do Mario Day or not. maybe link up with the homies and maybe do some like Super Mario Party Superstars or something. Or
I'm just gonna say, you know, some of us now have newly minted time on their hands.
I mean, that could be a thing
for more
For
than
Mario
just Mario,
Day.
for more than just Mario too. I'm just saying.
I mean, yeah. You know, possibly just let me.
I need to make some
let me-
time. Look, just know,
let me know,
that
Major. Let me know.
I'm sitting right here.
Major.
There's zero happening. I'm telling you right now, there's zero happening.
Major, if you want to run games, just say, Kev, are you available to run games? And I'm like, bet.
Okay, Kev, are you available to run games from now into perpetuity?
When you want play
From
it,
now
when you
into
want to go.
perpetuity.
Whatever. Just let me know.
I'm
And
letting
what
you know
games?
right now.
What games? Fortnite?
We do Fortnite.
Well, that's fine. Cause I'm like, you know, I think new season is coming up, so yeah, we could definitely run duos or whatever. So just let me know. You know, we finished A Space for the Unbound. That was a head trip, and I'm totally glad we played that because that's pretty cool. It's a good game.
Look, more games I'm available for. I'm just saying.
Games.
Jack's
games.
Pogs, Hotspot.
I mean,
Damn,
what games?
I can't even say
Games.
it. Just games. Games.
Whatever. If I ain't got it, I'll get it. It's
Well, whoa. That used to be the play. That ain't the play no more.
But you know,
Like
games.
we got a set amount of games now.
Whatever games that I have on this Steam list right here, yes.
Yeah. Whatever games were purchased for February 21st, 2023, I got it.
Right.
Can we talk about a thing real quick before we wrap up for today?
Yeah.
For all that I have nothing but sass and shade for this trash ass platform and the person who owns it, I may have made the mistake of taking Fat Kid Deals out of my list on Twitter and following it on main for half a second.
Wow.
Kevin, you already know. I can tell from the reaction. You already know.
Mm-hmm.
What am I missing as someone who is not on Twitter?
So there is an account there called Fat Kid Deals, where
Right.
where this person is dedicated to posting with a related affiliate link, you know, as you do. Everything on Amazon that's on sale.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
I do know.
It'll have like 100. Like, this is the thing is, I started following them on main this week, and so like now my timeline is just like, hey, did you know that there's this thing that's like $200? You could have it today for like $49. Here you go. And so I now have a ceramic pan on the way to my house.
Oh! It's just because it's dangerous.
Yeah.
It is very dangerous. Well, like, here's the problem. The problem is not only that it's dangerous because not only was it like, oh, some of this stuff is useful, this is a problem. And they have like, and when I say they have everything, it's like lotion, shampoo, toothpaste, toilet paper,
Snacks.
a Surface Pro, like just random stuff. It's everything. Like shorts, underwear, compression socks. It's just whatever. And these things are usually pretty deeply discounted. Like, the more expensive they are, the wilder it gets.
Yep.
I'm like considering now just making a bot and just putting it into the Discord server that just dumps all of the tweets in it.
Oh, hold up now.
Because there's an existing one, isn't there?
Yeah, you can go to the Discord page and pull up, and they will have a Twitter feed and a deals feed, right? The Twitter feed is everything that they post onto the Twitter account. So you ain't even gotta go to Twitter. And
like,
you can take that bot.
Is it set as an announce page?
Yeah, it's like an announce page.
Damn.
And here's the cool part, because Discord be Discording, you can take that bot. You can be like, hey, let me use that bot for mine. And then you'd be like,
No, like for everybody, I'm assuming everybody here is familiar with Discord, but there are Discords where they have like a channel that you can just click and say, I want the information from this channel in my server in this channel, and it will just do that for you.
And so you ain't even got to go to Twitter. Cause see, they saw the writing on the wall and they were like, how can we get people to still, and then you still click on them links and you get the affiliate.
And the problem is, well, here's the thing with every good thing that I find. Yeah. I didn't just find out about this. Everyone in my circles knows about this now. I made it everyone's problem.
Right.
Sin.
What have
you done?
Yeah, see that duster that I introduced everybody to? Fat kid deals.
Lint roller that just came in the other day. Fat kid deals.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Certainly. Oh, before we wrap up, we are starting, and since now I got the face cam, thank you, Major. I now have my C9, which is here, is currently cooked to a clip, and so I can cook this to my desk. And so now we are going to have coloring streams, possible puzzle streams.
Oh my god, I could bring that back. Fuck.
Yep, puzzle streams, coloring streams, and I can also do I can do live unboxings of stuff. So if I get something really cool and I want to show you guys something, or I just want to show you I just want to show you like my book collection, instead of having to hold it in front of the camera right here, I could just lay it up right here and we can just like show you my pops. We could do, having like really nice chill sessions.
Well, is really about to pull up a book and just sit it on the desk under the camera and just read the book to y'all for like an hour.
You know what? I have definitely thought of that because I have wonderful picture books. I have like wonderful picture books that I can just like pull up, including this one. Hold on. Wait a minute. This has to be this right here. The ultimate book of martial arts. And when I tell you, I cannot wait to crack this bad boy open, put it up under the cam, and literally just show, like, look at this. I mean, shows you wonderful illustrations of wrist locks and elbow strikes. Oh my god, I cannot wait. Look at this.
So I'm just waiting for, I'm just waiting on me being able to get that little clip for the iPhone that'll let me use the continuity camera on Max.
Right.
That points down. Like there's like the lens looks at you, but it also uses that wide angle lens to kind of adjust the view to make it, like as if it's desk, like it's pointing down to the desk. That's what I'm waiting on.
And we'll probably do I want to do guide checks, because this one, I want to let y'all know, this right here is the worst game guide, one of the worst game guides ever created.
Which one?
This. It's Final Fantasy IX. Final Fantasy IX. And you know why it's the worst? Because it says enhanced by play online, right? Now you're probably wondering, what's play online? What's a defunct? It's a defunct way. It's a defunct website that it's like, oh, you trying to figure out how to kill this particular person? Or you trying to look for additional strategies for that boss? Well, if you go to the website and punch in this wonderful keyword, you can learn all about it. Guess what you can't do now? You can't go to the website. So now
it has to be archived somewhere.
Oh, like play online is around in some form or other, because you have to use it to log on to Final Fantasy 11. But
is it still play online? Oh, yeah. 11, yeah.
But yeah, this is arguably not really arguably. This is one of the worst guides.
You better go to GameFAQs and get your life. And,
Yeah, you better-
and,
yeah,
and
you're-
ASCII characters. You better do it.
You're better off. Yes, exactly. You're better off going to GameFAQs than trying to hunt down one of these.
I remember
just
Play
bought this.
Online was on Final Fantasy X.
Yeah, yeah. I remember buying this for the lulz because it was in a game. It was in a GameStop and not GameStop, Goodwill. It was in the Goodwill, and it was like, oh, it's good. The binding isn't too bad. I'll buy it for the lulz because But again, effectively useless. So that's something that we can also do too. We can actually I can actually go through my books, show you some of my awesome books. We can actually read stuff. Oh, I'm so looking forward to this because we got two camps. Because we got two camps set up.
Kevin, I found something for you. Please
hit me up in DM.
behold the Major Linux chat.
Okay, I'll definitely look at that. But yes, I am done. I'm finished.
Oh no. No. If you look at that, you need to look. Do you have Windows Sandbox installed?
Ooh, wee.
Yo, be careful. It is not secure.
Ooh, it is very much not secure.
I clicked this and nope, nope, back out.
Woo.
Let me go open up one of my lab machines real quick. Let me go spin up a VM real quick.
Kevin, give me one of those keywords right quick. I want to see if it works.
Let me get you one of the codes. Hold on.
All right, I'll risk it. I'll risk it for the biscuit.
I'll say.
Wait, where do you? Oh shit! Yeah, it does at the bottom say enter keyword.
It says Beatrix puts up quite a fight. If you still have trouble with this boss, refer to the Play Online for more extensive boss strategies. Okay, so it'd be BEATRX1.
BEATRX1.
Whoa!
Wait, that thing did not scale right.
It bought up something. It bought up the thing you were probably looking for.
Yeah.
No, it did. It did. I'm looking at it.
Mm-hmm. But see, that was the one thing about the reasoning why you would buy guides in the first place is because you would be sitting in your lap. You'd be sitting on your floor model TV back in the day with a guide in your lap, controller in your hand, trying to figure out how these things work.
Okay.
And then who got time to get up and log into the internet?
Okay, but here's the question though. Did you or did you not, as an RPG player, have the one homie at least, or the younger sibling depending, who was like, navigator, hey, if I get stuck here, your job is to go and get the relevant code and have that prepared, right, for these things.
Mm-hmm. You had to have a whole support system in place.
Look, that's how Nextlander
to play Final Fantasy VIII.
Like that's how Nextlander plays their games. It's like they'll especially the older games, like they have one person plays. All right, look, I'll be the guy who pulls up the Google and I will pull up a game fact. Is like if you get stuck, you just let me know and I'll look it up.
Yeah. Now. The wild part when I was playing like A Space for the Unbound, I was like, how do I figure this out? So I hit my phone, took pictures of puzzles. I was figuring out locations on my phone, and then I just said, screw it. I'm gonna look up the solution. I pulled up the solution on my phone, figured it out, plugged it in the span of like a couple minutes. I'm like, we will not go back. I would not go back to that whole situation again. I would not go back.
Oh, not the website have its little sound effects. Okay.
I swear. Now, what I want to do is like one. I know I need to make some money somehow, but like I feel like these are like that's another like what we just described, like having that passenger on a game. Like one of us plays an obscure game, and somebody else has the guide, and we got to play it like that.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm playing like Stardew Valley, and I'm like, what? Wait, what does Shane like again? Hold on, let me Google that.
Do I need to put a Patreon out now?
Yeah, you do.
I'm gonna have to revamp that Patreon. Say, hey, I got ideas, and I really don't want to have to go back to work.
See,
I
See,
don't want to
see,
have to go back to work.
See, I'm gonna tell Sin. I'm gonna tell you 100%. Like Major is about to be the streamer that he did not want to be.
Well,
Is like Major is about to be the streamer who like gets on Keymailer for the codes, who reaches out to developers for the codes, who sets up the Patreon and the Ko-Fi.
but I'm gonna tell you why I did not do this before. I was afraid of getting too caught up, and shit happened with my actual day job.
Now that's not even the problem now.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm looking at it differently, but I'm trying to make sure that I do not become that streamer either.
But see, I'm not saying you're gonna be like the guy that's gonna be out here, you know, got clowns and shit all in your back in the background or whatever. I'm just saying like you're just a regular guy playing games and talking to other regular people on the internet. And yes, you might have there might be some salty language, but it's not going to be anything that's going to cost you a regular your job or whatnot.
Someone needs to text my wife and tell her to stop texting jobs.
So now, what we are doing now is we are doing what we want, when we want, and how we want, and we're gonna let the people support us. Okay, so because again,
like Major's about to have a whole business plan behind this.
I'm saying like
there has to be several like look Major's houses. I'm gonna try to
Major
grow
is
it.
about to register LLC Mastodon.
We about to get.
No, I'm not.
We are about.
That's capitalism. I'm trying to go away from that.
We are about to see the. We're about to see the Major stream, like connection, and then it's gonna be like me and Major in the morning, playing Fortnite or whatever else, and. That's about, and we're gonna do it because reasons.
Also, I just want to point out, I just noticed that Kev's webcam is at 60 FPS now. Like, I just realized how just smooth he moved when he shook his head. Like, oh,
it's smooth. It's smooth. It's buttery smooth now. I was sitting up there like doing my fingers. I was doing my fingers, and I was like, oh, because sometimes it'd be like a little sluggish, but this is like. Oh.
You ever had a thought of like you wonder like how fast real life is in FPS?
Mm-hmm.
Like what is life in frames?
What cam I got now?
Yep. Hey. Also Major, it's uncapped.
Yeah, I know it is.
To Cal, I got Elgato face cam. So another Elgato product.
Another fine Elgato product. From me.
Another fine Elgato product from you. Thank you. But I had that. That's one of another bunch of Elgato items that I already own.
Look, when they make decent stuff, they make decent stuff. For me, so like, all right,
except for capture cards,
or even that cam, in my opinion, because there is no built-in microphone. And that was a deal breaker for me when trying to use it on Macs and stuff.
It was like, I mean, that's fine because
yeah, and again, like for me in this scenario, like I have the Canon, so I'm like this does not help me with any of my Macs, so no. Yep.
So I was like, cool.
And the fact that Elgato was going to try to talk trash about Logitech when I mentioned it, because remember I was tweeting about the stream cam only having USB-C, and I wasn't able to change the cable like I could with the Brio. Mm-hmm. And Elgato's like, yeah, well, we could do that. We have a detachable USB-C cable, so you can put whatever cable on it. Oh man, that sounds cool. But then you get it, and it's like, oh wait, there's no microphone. This is worse. This is a worse problem.
2 steps forward, 3 steps back.
Anywho, We had an opportunity to leave early, but we did not take it.
Mm-mm.
Because
Nope.
we wanted to catch up because we're all friends here.
Yeah.
But
Good
on that note, let's get up out of here. There's a lot of things
Yeah.
happening. Definitely stay tuned. Stick with us. Bear with us. What I'm gonna say, seeing that I am a month late on a delivery of a thing, that gaming podcast that we were going to start. Yeah, don't look for that. I'm scrapping that right now because obviously shit is going to get built out differently.
Right.
There's now space, time, opportunity to do some things. So I'm looking at how all that looks in the frame of things. Wow, damn, I was like, Tycho, like really? It's like that? Like you just gonna be going for a month?
I was like, nigga, week.
week. But yeah, so I'm in the process of trying to restructure some things. Again, last week was for healing. This week was kind of to get back on my feet again. So yeah, hopefully I have some stuff out, start announcing more things. So definitely stick around on majors.house / Discord, majorshouse.com / Major Linux. That's where we'll probably post most of the stuff here, asking for any help for any of the projects because I'm more of a village type of ordeal. More of a village type thing. So definitely stick around. There's some things that are gonna get built, and we're gonna need your help with that. So with all that being said, thank you all. I will see y'all on Monday for another episode of the Major Linux Show. Again, remember, this is your favorite streamers, favorite IT guy. They don't know it yet, so I need you to tell them. Marcus Major Linux Summers, twitch.tv/Major Linux. On behalf of Kevin Kev and Cienziak, it's been a pleasure. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, watching any stream in the world, reading the tech, gaming, and streaming nuts yourself, but you said no. We need to hear about all this. Kev, can you hit it for him live one time?
Capitalism.
Thank you. I'm more of a villain. Wait, what did I write that? Oh, that is not a quote. That is just Kev saying that. Wait, what did I say I was a villain? I'm not a villain. Again, yeah, thank y'all so much. And of course, all I've got left to say to you wonderful people is I love you. And peace out.
Wakanda forever at 60 frames.